I have been playing Dead by Daylight for 7 years now, and I swear there has been no other game to finally kick Behavior off their throne and take their place. Not that I want DBD to fail, I mean I love the game and I'm sure you do too, but I think most of us can agree that DBD needs a little competition. Competition to the point where Behavior would randomly announce an Operation Health tomorrow or some shit like that. Think about it this way, competition is only better for the game because that means that Behavior would put more effort into the game, right? This isn't a rant, anything like that, but this might be a bit controversial and some of you may or may not agree, and that's totally fine. Your opinion is your opinion. I respect it. But there was this one game that I felt was 10 times, by the way, I still feel this way a bit about it, better than DBD, that I'm sure most of you know what I'm talking about. That game was Last Year The Nightmare. This game was incredible in my opinion. If you're not familiar with Last Year was an asymmetrical horror game set in 1996 where high school students must complete various objectives to hopefully escape successfully against menacing killers. My god, were these killers cool, bro. So cool. Now there are a handful of things that made Last Year better than DBD in my opinion because the game was great to play. I mean, it had issues, but DBD has issues, yet we still play it, am I right? The game's pace was so much smoother, faster, more swift. Like, win or lose, it just felt good playing it. Most importantly, it had a jump button. Me being a killer main, I had my moments when I wanted to throw my PC out a fucking window playing this game, but I couldn't help but be satisfied when I got in a kill or two because the kills in this game right here, DBD Maury's ain't got shit on this game, bro, I'm telling you, respectfully. Like, the devs for Last Year put some serious effort into these kills and the right area animations for them. It's insane, bro. Last Year even had these juicy environmental kills that you can perform, which made the game feel more diverse because you're not just repeating the same kill animation over again. I cannot explain to you how many times I felt so satisfied getting an environmental kill. Like, it made me the happiest man alive. On top of that, survivor gameplay wasn't tedious whatsoever because you had different objectives that made the gameplay feel less dry. Like, you were able to craft weapons, items. Survivor mode just had more gameplay elements to it that DBD lacks to this day in my opinion. You know how boring it is to just stay on gens the whole game and not get chased? Pretty damn boring. I really don't know why the devs scrapped that gameplay mechanic for survivors that required them to collect fuel because I felt that would have at least made the gameplay more interesting in my opinion. This is maybe controversial as well, but I don't think it would be such a bad idea to just make continuous skill checks based for the game. I mean, survivors would be more engaged doing a gen instead of just chilling, but then again, I guess it will give stealth killers a huge buff because then they could catch you more off guard. Anyways, Last Year's survivor gameplay just felt more diverse, rewarding, and unpredictable because it was barely repetitive. Survivors can also respawn, which I think is a huge plus for an asymmetrical horror game because it keeps players active. It's not DBD where
if he dies, he dies.
Speaking of dying, unfortunately this game did die. It sucks because it was such a great game with huge potential that I felt died way too early. Like, this game was already in its prime when it died, sadly. The reason for this game dying was because of some bankruptcy issues with the developers of the game, Elastic Games, for the game not doing as well as they imagined it. It's a shame because not only do I think Pennywise would have been great for the game, but it baffles me how this game didn't do better as expected. It's like you would think a game like DBD would have been died if that's the case, but like I said before, love the game, but if it didn't have these iconic licensed chapters, I don't think it would have ever gotten so popular. Like, would so many people even be talking about DBD if it didn't have Pinhead, Pyramid Head, and Pig? Iconic characters that you can't play in any other game besides DBD. Let that sink in a bit. Not to mention, this game had a pretty loyal fan base at the time, and players including myself really enjoyed the game for all that it had to offer. Like I said, it had issues, but what asymmetrical horror game doesn't? They also had this badass trailer for a DLC that was supposed to release, but we sadly never got.
Liberati tutem ex infernus!
All in all, Last Year will forever be the game that I feel had the most potential out of the asymmetrical horror games I played, but just failed. It's a shame, but it is what it is, and here we are. As always, let me know down below how you feel about Last Year. Love y'all, take care, I'ma see y'all in the next one.